weeks, folks. Those days when you're feeling kind of shitty, maybe, or you're just in a mood. It's Tuesday, somebody's Monday. I don't know whose Monday it could fucking be. Or somebody's. And this is Nothing Fucking Sacred, and I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And we are here to talk shit to you. About
For a little
you,
bit.
probably. Fuck with you or minds, you stupid fucks. No, actually, we love it. We love all of you out there. Just joking.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, got to give a shout out. We got a new listener, Allison.
Oh, okay.
So I guess she asked me she just added me on Facebook, and we don't have any mutual friends or anything. And she was like, "Hey, when's the next episode?" And I was like, "Oh, okay,
cool.
Hey.
Well, thank you, Allison, for your support. Thank you for your support, Allison. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Oh, and got a shout out to Platypus, Radiohead.
Radiohead, huh?
Yeah, like Dayhead, Radiohead, Nighthead, Friendhead.
Oh, Nighthead, Friendhead, Dayhead, whatever that else head.
Yeah, it's Radiohead. I just thought it was
psychotic
funny that,
business you still do. Fucking animal object things. So, but yeah, welcome, Allison. Anybody else who's listening? Allison, our other listener who's supporting us by commenting on every show, like he listens to the whole thing. So great.
Yeah, obviously he's paying attention, man.
So yeah, anybody else? Welcome aboard.
For the record, dude, we did not report your account. That's not something we do, man.
Of course not. We love to see that bullshit that some people are spitting.
Hell yeah.
When I read that, I was like, Max would never. Why would he want to do that? He wants the trolls. He loves the attention.
Yeah, I love hate mail. That shit's awesome. The only way I'd block someone's account is if like they threaten our lives or some crazy shit like that.
Oh, of course, yeah. Unless something
shit,
crazy like that, and then you'd be really happy. You'd be like, dude,
we got a death threat.
Our lives. Yeah, because we said some words on a radio show that's listened to by maybe a dozen people at most, depending or whatever. We're gonna change. We're dangerous.
Shit, man.
We are, man.
Views on the last one,
yeah,
so
we're simply just having a good time. I know we're supposed to be like imitating or ripping off. I don't know where the ripping off thing came from, but
I don't know either, man.
Well, someone's having a bad week and wants to take it on us. It's okay. We're here for that. We're here for your pleasure.
That's right.
Thank you for your support. But
totally
anyways,
right.
and by the way, happy holidays to you as
well.
Oh
man, happy holidays, dude. Okay, here's the thing. Kraken and I were noticing this the other day at an event we were at. Like, Kraken was trying to keep it neutral, and he'd say, happy holidays to everybody after they, walked away from our table.
Mm-hmm.
And a few of them would like correct him and say, no, it's Merry Christmas, or vice versa. You get these people that get real indignant, because, you'll say Merry Christmas to them, and they're just like, I don't celebrate Christmas, and you're just like, well, chill the fuck out.
Once again, dude, it's a case of words can kill, man. Oh my gosh, don't say that. And I understand some religious people, they like their holidays. They have every right. If someone tells me Merry Christmas, I'm going to say thank you, because that's even if someone says Happy Hanukkah, I'll be okay. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Christian either, but thank you, regardless. It's a greeting.
You say Happy Kwanzaa to me, I'm cool.
Yeah, it's a form. It's a form of saying, well, thank you for it's a compliment, or not necessarily a compliment, but it's a greeting. It's good. It's meant to be a good, positive thing.
Right. Yeah, it's nothing negative. Well, shit, I remember Sluggo was telling me last Easter. He was on the chat line, and I guess he messaged some chick, and he just said, hey, just want to say Happy Easter. And she came back, and she was like, let me tell you something. I don't celebrate Easter like you religious fucks. So you know what? Fuck you. And it was just like, really? Was there any reason for that at all?
Some people, dude, you have to understand about a lot of atheists and people that don't celebrate stuff. They really think that their shit doesn't stink, man. They think that they're so right. It's so funny because they always condemn religion for being so dogmatic and just
dogmatic, but they're dogmatic themselves.
Yes, in the quote unquote in the opposite way, in not quote unquote, but just in the opposite way, they are. They're literally no. It's because it's an affront to them because they hate religion just as much as religious people hate the devil, because religion to an atheist is their devil.
Wow.
And at least a lot of atheists. I mean, there are some rational atheists out there, but there's a lot of atheists that really are atheists, but they're actually just as religious and just as fucking dogmatic and just as in their own way as quote unquote religious people, them dumb Christians.
Well, that's it. But yet, their attitude is, oh, well, I accept everybody. Yeah, except for people who believe in some kind of deity.
Yeah, see, I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Just like I can't stand it. And we talked about this before. By the way, it is the what's the date today? It's the fucking 15th.
Today's the 15th.
So halfway through the last month of the year. 10 days from Christmas.
Shit.
So the holiday fever is in full force. The better be happy fever, but. And some people get happiness from certain things. Like I don't understand the big deal. I know it's a government property thing about nativity scenes, but there's a large majority of people in this country are actually Christians. So I don't see how it offends people when you see a nativity scene. They come and break down take down that nativity scene. It's on public property. I'm like, well, 50% of the population believes in Jesus. So why don't you give them? It's like a weird. Do we have this?
Well, I mean, I'm not into Jesus and all that shit, but it's still part of the celebration for me, to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, we're so sensitive about everything that it's like you can't even, and it's weird how it works too, because it's all about the minority now. It's not about the majority. It's like, oh well, we're a minority. You're the majority, so you have all the power, so you should not have nativity scenes. Like, well, why?
Yeah, well, it's our way of taking it back.
The majority of Americans are Christian. Sorry, I'm sorry that's terrible for you, but it's the truth, and a lot of them like to see a nativity scene. Like maybe they're having a shitty day. Maybe it's their Monday. Maybe it's their Monday and had a couple calls during their work shift that were just a bitch and just a fucking pain in the ass.
Sounds familiar, huh?
And maybe they just want to. Maybe the only thing that made them feel good that day was driving by and seeing the little baby Jesus in a nativity scene. Guess what? Yay! Because think about it. What's worse? Is it worse to get angry and hateful about something, or to like something? Oh, that makes me feel good. Oh, it makes me feel bad. Why does it make you feel bad? Because I'm not Christian and it's a public place and I don't want to see it. Well, if you don't believe, and if you don't believe in Jesus, then why would it bug you so much?
Right, it shouldn't. Obviously, you don't even care about it. It's kind of like the Nation of Islam people that sell the papers. Should you get mad at them for selling their papers on the street? I don't want to see them. I'm not Islamic. Well, this is what they promote. Yeah, so
just let it happen and walk by. I mean, if it were,
I had this guy on my Facebook today was like bragging about how I guess he was at a gas station or something, and the clerk wished him Merry Christmas. And dude, he held up the line and was talking about, well, did you know really in September and blah 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 blah, and started being fucking Malcolm X in the middle of the goddamn store. And it's like, dude, this really isn't fucking necessary.
No, it's not. But people gotta be right, and they've gotta be offended, man. It's part of the deal.
Gotta be offended. You gotta be angry at everything.
Gotta be upset. Gotta be offended.
It's the same people that say it takes more energy to hate. Well, then why waste all the goddamn stupid energy on something? Fight for some real shit if you want to fight for something. What about when these people walk up and ask if you voted? Don't you want to tell them to fuck off? I hate those motherfuckers.
Well, that's just kind of like another belief system as well, like voting. And then, of course, so you're not watching the debate, obviously.
No. I know there's a GOP debate on, but, it's all the same bullshit.
Yeah, I know. It's just canned responses, and maybe Trump will say something stupid, but I doubt it, because he never just says something stupid in the debates. He always says something stupid when he's in some fucking butthole town somewhere in the middle of the country.
Oh, of course. But then when, like New York or somewhere, well, I believe that it's equality for all, right?
Well, it's on exactly. It's on the fucking national stage, so he's got to look good, and you can't just because a soundbite, he can get played, and that's publicity. But when you're on a stage with other people who will actually say, "Hey, you're wrong about that," right when you say it, then But that's another thing. It's like. It's the same thing. It's like a ooh. It's a moment. It's so funny. Why?
Well, I don't vote, but at the same time, I don't criticize those that do. It's like it's the same kind of bullshit. Why am I going to get offended? Oh, well, I don't vote. Sorry. Just don't bother me with that bullshit.
And then you don't know what to say. So why say anything at all? Then no one greets anyone and says anything good to people. Because why bother? Why bother saying Happy Holidays when someone's going to go, it's Merry Christmas? Why bother saying Merry Christmas when someone's going to go, it's Happy Holidays? I'm not Christian. Well, it's not meant to be a derogatory thing.
And it's not even, shit. Is it really a Christian holiday anymore? You think Walmart's thinking about Jesus? You know?
No, it's an American holiday. It's a corporate holiday, is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different can of worms right there. I mean, you can go. I mean, I'm just saying that there are people that are devout Christians and believe that it's the birth of Jesus. So let them believe it. Let them enjoy their time of the year. You know, and fuck,
Hey,
who cares?
I should get mad about Martin Luther King Day. I'm white. You know, fuck, it doesn't apply to me, right? You know.
Yeah, why should they have that? Don't even mention that around me. Damn holiday for other people that aren't me. Well, that's what a lot of people believe in. That's a lot of. You'd be surprised at how many people believe that the opposite way. Like the Christopher Columbus thing. He's a horrible person. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of person he was. Christopher Columbus was the catalyst that got us to the New World. I'm sorry, I know it sucks, it's horrible, but guess what? It was, because he's the one who brought it. He wasn't the first to discover it. He was the one that made it popular. That fucking opened that shit up, right? So.
Oh, you motherfuckers weren't mad when you had a day off from that Columbus Day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I just think it's just people love to get pissed off, man. They love to get upset about their days and their shit because it allows them to feel good. Because getting pissed off can feel good. Obviously, it's like, oh well, I'm indignant now. I'm upset. Self-righteous is a fucking great drug. Being self-righteous.
Oh yeah,
it's
Well, I've been there myself.
Yeah, it's being self-righteous. It's fucking. It just feels good. It's like, oh well, I'm mad and I deserve it. And it's like, because you know it all. You've been there before. Where it's like, oh, I'm so pissed, but you're almost like, hey, yeah, I'm pissed. I feel good.
Yeah, like it's almost like a victory thing. Like, yeah, motherfucker, come on.
Yeah, it's funny how we are like that, but it's gotten more and more like that. And so being offended gives you the moral high ground. So if you're offended, you could be like, I'm offended, and then that other person has to apologize because they did something wrong by saying Merry Christmas instead of Happy Holidays, and vice versa, whatever. And
well, we can all blame it on political correctness and all that bullshit.
Oh, of course, because that's it's identity politics, and that's another thing. That's what we do. We get entrenched in our groups. Religions are no different, and just like atheists are no different. They hate the holiday, they hate religion, they hate Christianity, and it's the same fucking thing. It's my group against theirs. Like my group is is this way, and so and I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be offended because I don't believe. It's just so funny for me for that. If you don't believe in something, and someone else does, and they wish you happy, how does it affect you in a negative way? I can understand if someone said, "Go burn in hell, motherfucker," and you're a Christian, you're like, "Oh my God. They damn me to hell, those motherfuckers." But if someone says Merry Christmas to you and it's in a positive way, then be like, thank you.
It's like if a Muslim would say to you, Assalamu alaikum, which means, something like good luck or hello or something. I'm not very well versed in the Muslim religion, but it means something good. It doesn't mean fuck you.
Yeah, it doesn't mean fuck you, but to that person it does because it's all about them. It's their egocentric, narcissistic bullshit too. That's part of it too, because when someone's offended, well... How dare you? How dare you not know what offends every single individual person?
Yeah,
it's
just
an easy
cop-out,
man. It's an easy way. It's an easy way to feel good about yourself. It's also an easy way to get angry and self-righteous, and hold something up over somebody. And it's also a control thing, man. People want their beliefs to be right. Like it's so funny that to me as well. You talk about a lot of these atheist people and groups. And like I said, I'm pretty much an atheist myself. I mean, I'm kind of like stopped thinking about that aspect of life because it really doesn't. There's no point.
Right.
Like what's the?
It's not like you go around going, "There is no God up there, motherfucker."
Yeah. And I just stopped worrying about it. It's a dog chasing its own tail thought process because you're not going to know, and you're not going to convince anybody else because it's not really a point to If you're trying to convince someone else, you have to ask yourself why. I mean, I could understand like not having. And there's a difference between. Like organized religions, like being in charge of the country,
Oh yeah. And one dominates or something,
and that's there, and I mean, there's going to be different, like this, like obviously America, the Christian religions are going to dominate because that's the majority of the people that are in here. It's just a way. If it weren't like that way, it'd be kind of fucking weird. But
yeah,
I mean, that's you're still not going to have people that I lost my train of thought there. It's one
Well,
of
I
those
mean,
days, man.
there's
It's
always
like,
going to be somebody who's on the outer fringe of it and who's not going to, why not my religion? How come we're not in charge?
yeah.
Or
Well,
we're
it's
not?
like the atheists want to ban all religion or ban all, from governments and stuff like that, which is fine. But they also want to just destroy. I mean, I don't like organized religion. I think it's a terrible thing. I think in majority, it's not really a good thing.
Well, even atheism is an organized religion, though.
But it depends. Yeah, if you are part of that, like the proud atheist groups or something like that, I mean, if you're part of that, then yeah, you're part of a group. But I just think people are gonna believe. I think a lot of people need that religious shit and need to be part of a group. So, but I also, it's dangerous in that way because it becomes a me versus them thing, and that's what this is. Merry Christmas versus Happy Holidays is a secular versus religious thing.
Right. Right.
It's kind of stupid. I mean,
it's really fucking stupid. I think, it's just like, really, this is what's upsetting you this holiday season? Someone told you Merry Christmas? Starbucks doesn't have Jesus cups? It's just, goddamn. Everybody's having a fit. No one's fucking happy.
No.
It's like, it's the holiday. Jeez, lighten the fuck up. Enjoy life,
Yeah,
so.
Enjoy life, man. Enjoy the. Well, actually, I don't really like this time of year for a number of reasons, man. Most of the time, it just kind of tires. It gets tiresome after about the middle of the month. Like right now, it's just starting to get really tired. And then and there is also that melancholy aspect about it. I can't go back and see a lot of my family. Hanging out. Was a fucking awesome, man. It was great.
Oh yeah, we had a great time this weekend, man.
But and lots of laughs, and I recommend getting a Chromecast if you have Netflix and you want to watch shit on your TV. It's fantastic.
That was dope.
Yeah. So, and it's funny. I was wondering if I would start calling you, still call you Max, because I had to train myself out of that during the fucking trip. Because the first night I was like, "Hey, Max," and you're like, "Dude," I'm like, "Oh shit,"
Well, I never. To be honest with you, it didn't really bother me. As a matter of fact, now when I hear the name, I actually respond to it, even if somebody's calling someone else.
Well, it kind of scared me though, because it's like, damn. I mean, that's the only time we really hang out is anymore. Obviously, is during the show because we can't. So,
right.
And so when we're always doing the recording, so it's just kind of funny how easily I slipped into that and started doing it. I was like, damn, I fucking brainwashed myself,
Well,
but yeah,
it's easy to happen. I mean, I don't necessarily. I wasn't calling you Cruz or anything. I don't think the trip.
No. But you might be more used to it than I am. You might not be as easily.
Well, you know what though, too. I know you don't like when people call you Cruz. That goes from way back in the day. I remember that.
Hey, Cruz.
Fucking G Motors and remember Ann. Hi, Cruz. And you're just like, oh fuck.
I think part of my mood today is also because I just kind of like had a great time, and now it's like Bach to the fucking shot,
Oh, dude, I had that shit on Sunday. I was like, back to responsibilityville.
Yeah, just back to because and it wouldn't be that way if I were obvious. It's a novelty thing too, like hanging out, but it's just funny how it just like kind of just fucking fucks with you sometimes, like the holiday season and just
Well, it's the first time that I really did something. Well, no, actually, when I went to see Renaissance a couple years ago, that was pretty cool too. But it didn't hit me the same way. Like we hadn't seen each other. Well, shit, I hadn't seen Renaissance in a while either. But I don't know, for some reason, dude, it just hit me harder when I came. I mean, I'm not like I started crying or anything, but I just felt a little like, oh
yeah,
man,
hollow, man, the hollow. Feeling.
Yeah, hollow. That's
hollow because you weren't getting stuffed. No.
Yeah, felt hollow. But we had a good time, and again, props to Shane for letting us stay there, man. That was really cool.
Yep, Ranger Resort was a blast. It was a cool time. It was nice and didn't like left off like nothing has ever changed. But then again, it's kind of weird because I was thinking about how like hanging out on the show and doing the game stream or just hanging out on Skype. It's almost the same, but there's not quite, but almost so. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got 95% of it, but there's a piece missing.
It's an important piece, obviously, and it still matters, which is good because otherwise it'd be kind of scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Like if we were just like, we're just, I mean, it's good though. It's really good that we can, get on here and just bullshit like we're fucking sitting in the studio, which is, that's great. But it's just kind of also it could be scary if it was just kind of cut off all that human connection, because you know what I'm saying, like, oh well, we don't really need to like actually like be in front, like we fucking hanging out with each other, like, hey, here's a freaking beer, you know, oh here, thank you, you know, or hanging out at a restaurant. It's like almost it's good, because we're getting to that point where, you know, it's getting like that. The more, especially when we start doing video stuff where we can like hologram in and shit, like where it looks like we're sitting at the same table.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but I mean, there's still things missing about hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Actually being, you know, kicking it with somebody as opposed to just talking on Skype or, you know, Facebook or something.
Yeah, there's still something, which is good. That's all. I guess that's what I'm getting at, is that I'm still glad it's not like, oh well, you know. But that not to say that it's not good in other ways, because like I said, if it was just like, well, we're not going to be able to, it's like, okay, we're hanging out, then we can't do the show or anything, so I'll see you in 2 years. You know, we'll talk on the phone every month or something like that. Like, oh shit.
Well, that's the good thing though, man. Is that, you know, I'll be back, man.
You know? and I'm going to be back in Vegas in February, and I'm just saying, just the general. I think even if we're not, being able to do this is still pretty much, you know, I mean, it's, you know,
kind of hold us together, man.
Holding us together. Well, it's just awesome in that technology can allow you to do that, so we can still do this kind of thing without having to be around. You know, but it's also, I guess there's a finer point where it can be dangerous in terms of just like not needing to like actually fucking shake someone's fucking hand or just fucking chill and like sit in the same room and watch fucking movies and shit.
Yeah, and you do get complacent, you know, after a while. Like, well, I talked to him on Skype, I guess, because for a long time, man, honestly, that's what I would do. I'd be like, well, you know, I could Skype with him. It's not that fucking bad,
yeah,
you know. But it's different actually going to hang out and going places and laughing at shit and, you know, doing the stuff we were doing.
Yeah, and so
here comes some of Alex's gay comments. I'm pretty sure.
Oh well, life's a bitch. You know, that's the funny thing. So we don't need to worry about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let him roll.
I'm sure he will.
So.
I'm sure he will. He'll probably, you know, whoever's going to watch this. That it doesn't matter. Now this big weekend's coming up, the Star Wars weekend. Oh yeah.
Ooh, darly. Yeah, and everybody's all juiced about that. So that's cool. I'm not a big Star Wars fan myself, but again, you know, hey, whatever, man.
Whatever floats people. Like I'm excited about it, but I'm just tired of fucking hearing about like, oh, what does Luke do? I'm like, okay, listen. So I'm gonna watch the fucking movie. I know, because I'm not going to see it until Monday, so I know the whole weekend is gonna be just a fucking shit fest of just, god damn, it's gonna be like spoilers.
And you're gonna see it all over Facebook. Yeah. You know you will.
Like, oh, well, this part of the movie. I'm like, dude, don't. I'm just gonna try to stay away from that shit, just because I want to watch the movie. Like, I haven't checked out any spoilers really for the movie.
You know, it's funny. I guess I was kind of a spoiler when Straight Outta Compton came out, because, you know, I saw it like the second day. And I was on Facebook posting about it, and that one scene when Ice Cube did this, and I'm now later thinking back, I'm like, damn, that was probably pretty shitty.
Well, you're not used to that kind of. I mean, the spoilers are like, they're addictive, first of all, because you learn about all this shit you're not supposed to know about, like, oh, what's gonna happen this episode, you know, right. or this show, but you know, like, you're not really into that mindset. Like I'm kind of into the mindset of what I don't want to spoil it, you know, because I read a lot of shit, and you know, I'm in a lot of games and stuff like that where you can have spoilers in the games, you know, what you're doing and stuff. So yeah. But now you know, you get the mentality. So just know that. Oh, then again, of course, Straight Outta Compton was based on reality. I'm sure it was a lot not like reality.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was stuff. Obviously, basically, it was. I knew the story, but you know, all the reenactments was what was interesting. You know what I mean? Like, what did I feel it was accurate or what? You know?
Mm-hmm. And what actually, I think you felt it was accurate, right?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, you know, for what they could cover, you know, in the movie. But there was a lot of criticism about it, and of course, you're probably going to hear a lot of criticism about Star Wars.
Oh God,
too.
There are already people that are angry and that I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess people have gotten hints of what the movie's gonna be like, and they're not happy with certain things. And it's like, it's a fucking movie. Like, I understand certain shows, like, okay, I understand, like, okay, like when Lost ended, I used to love that fucking show. It was a terrible fucking ending to that show, in my opinion. Ruined a lot of the show for me. So I can understand how hard it can hit like that, you know, like in terms of liking a show. But at that point in my life, the main reason was because I had gone through a major loss that fucking 2 months earlier. So I was kind of like clinging to that as something to focus on.
Oh, and then when that turned out shitty, it's
Yeah.
like, oh man,
So,
you know.
but I mean, but I understand it. But in a way, it's like, dude, you gotta get a grip. It's a fucking movie, you know. It's a goddamn movie. Like, I didn't like the prequels to Star Wars at all. I didn't like any of them. I don't like prequels. I think prequels are fucking stupid. Like, I hate. Oh, let's go over shit that we already know what kind of happened. Oh, let's talk about Darth Vader going to the dark side. Anakin, and I'm like, all right, we know that's gonna happen.
So the movie we went and saw with Ray and Henry that one time, you know, when they first introduced, you know, Darth Maul and all the Jar Jar Binks and that whole that you really didn't like that too much.
No, I didn't really care for. I was like, okay, I was like, all right. Now, see, this is what I'm more interested in, is because it's after the events of Return of the Jedi. So it's after, it's the future. It's not fucking something we already know about, you know.
Crazy though, man, because like that shit has been going, what, 40 years? Star Wars has been
1977 was when the first one came out.
Fuck,
yep, so
man,
this is about
like
38 years. So yeah, it's been going on for a while. And when the prequels were released, it's like, oh, prequels. But I was just like, okay, you know.
Well, I mean, was it that people wanted to see that history? Like, I want to see Darth Vader as a child, you know?
Well, I think part of it was they made Star Wars in the middle. So basically, Star Wars was Episode 4, A New Hope.
Oh, okay. So we kind of caught it in the middle.
So they had to make the first three at some point. I'm glad they made them first because they were terrible. A lot of people didn't like them. So now when they made the ones after, they're more like focused on making it like the originals, like more like the original movies. So more like epic and more like just better acting, less boring, you know.
Yeah.
So
the portrayal's got to be good. You know, sometimes when they remake some shit, you know, the characters you remember just aren't the same. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is they're not remaking it. It's actually, you know, it's actually Han Solo fucking 40 years later or whatever, you know, 35 years later. So it's like the same character, so it's the same timeline. So it's like, but it's a new, so it's not going to be like a remake. It's just going to be, you know, a whole new epic, like the final 3 chapters, I guess, of the series.
You gotta give them props though, dude. That's a brilliant fucking marketing ploy.
Oh god,
I mean, they kept people hanging on for that.
Oh
long,
yeah, and
in
the movies, you know, the first 3 movies made a shit ton of money. So I'm just tired. I'm already tired of it. That's another thing. I'm just tired of the whole hype for it. I just want it to be out so people can see it, so I can go see it, and then I can go, oh, that was good, or that was okay, you know. But now it's gonna be like, ooh, spoiler alert. It's like, all right, I won't read your post because I want to watch the fucking movie. I want to see what happens. I don't want to know. Like, a lot of people already know the whole fucking movie because they're on the internet scouring. And like, what's the point? You know, it's like that's why I don't like prequels because it's the whole fucking movie. You know?
Or those dumb. The trailers are annoying too, dude. What the fuck is the concept of the trailer?
Of any kind of trailer?
Yeah, just when they have movie trailers. I mean, is that supposed to be a preview or what? I think they're kind of lame to me.
See, I like trailers depending, but I think trailers have gotten worse and worse over the years because they used. That's an interesting gripe of mine is that I don't like because trailers now show way too much shit. Like they show.
Yeah, it's almost like part of you're almost getting the movie but not the movie.
Yeah, it's like way too much parts of the action scenes. I'm like, I want to see that during the movie so I can go, whoa.
Right, I'd rather just watch the movie, or see a preview or something that might tickle my taint and make me go, oh, gee, I want to go see that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, give me, 15 minutes of a goddamn preview, that's a little much,
yeah, the whole idea, especially with comedies now, it's like the funny parts are all in the fucking preview. They're all in the trailer, so it's like, oh, and then you see the movie and you're just like, I've seen the trailer 5,000 times, it's not funny anymore.
Right, you can't laugh at that same line.
No, it's the same fucking line. Like, we watched that movie the night before. It was a cute movie. It was cool. It was fun. There were some parts I was like, oh yeah, I remember this from the fucking trailer. And it's like a lot of it, more than it used to be. It seems like. But yeah, it's fucking. It's that time of year, man. Fucking spoilers and Christmas and just shoving it down your throat. It's the only thing I don't like about this time of year. It's the only time of year where the idea of happiness is fucking thrown at you like it's happy time.
You gotta be happy. Oh yeah, because shit, you got some people that are kind of miserable around these times, for whatever reason. Someone died.
Well, yeah, and it might be because people are forced. It's like being pressured to be happy, And that might have a reason in why people are so touchy about the Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas, because they're all pissed off that their life isn't fucking as the idyllic as the fucking snowman on the fucking porch with the Christmas lights and shit like that. So,
I mean, fuck,
it's a contrast. See, I don't.
It is what it is, man. I know up until 2014, my last 5 Christmases were pretty shitty, just for different reasons.
Yeah.
So, but those were personal reasons. I mean, it had nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's okay to take shit out on people. I mean, I think it's ridiculous.
Oh, that when you get mad, when you scream at somebody for telling you Merry Christmas, that's kind of bullshit.
Well, that's complete bullshit. It's.
but for me personally, the last 5 Christmases up until 2014 was probably my first best Christmas in a while. You know what I mean? To be honest,
I think part of it for me is I'm not a huge family is important to me, but I really think it's also that I work on Christmas.
Oh, so for you, it's not even a holiday, really?
No, I work on Christmas, and and I don't have I'm not going to see family. Like it's kind of for you. You get a shit ton of time just to take off. You're like, fuck yeah,
Fuck yeah, I take a week off work.
Yeah,
you
just hang out, relax, hang out with your family. Like me, I'm stuck here at the house. So like Thanksgiving was cool because I wasn't expecting to do anything on Thanksgiving. I was going to hang out here, but then Shane and Jill, they decided not to go snowboarding, so they were, come on over. So I'm like, okay, and it was a great time. I was like, and I was almost not going to go, though. I was like, I don't know,
Yeah, that's weird how you get that too, like almost like a self-defeating. Well, it's not going to be that fun, or something fucked up's going to happen.
Yeah, it's weird. It's also weird, like I think it's weird because everyone comes out, like the last couple of years. Kraken and everyone else came out, like you this year and Kraken last year and the year before that with, they all came out a week or so before the holiday.
So really you had your Christmas early kind of.
Yeah, so everyone's still like, yeah, and I'm like,
you're like, mine is over.
Fucking shit, mine's,
It's kind of like that, when we were at the airport and they had the Christmas carolers and shit, and you were kind of like, fuck you.
Yeah.
A
little bit. I wasn't. I want you to yell at them. Fucking stop caroling, you motherfuckers!
I don't celebrate Christmas, motherfucker.
I celebrate Bagunga. It's fucking Bagunga. It's the Irish, Swedish, Jewish, Czechoslovakian fucking 4th of July in December.
Hell
asshole.
Yeah! No fireworks, of course. Just eggnog.
Eggnog. Eggnog is the fucking devil. Not eggnog, man.
Oh, I love eggnog. Eggnog's good.
I'm just talking about like that's
shit. I look for
man.
Plus plenty of food. Any holiday with a lot of food, I like. That
shit. You like anything with a lot of food.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, man. Fucking.
Yep. So yeah, that's one thing, man. I wanted to get into, and also I got another kind of an irk, man. Oh, okay. And if you're listening, if you plan on buying a dog, because she was telling me she might get a dog, don't be one of these people that brings it around, has a little yappy dog they carry around with them everywhere, and puts those gay fucking sweaters and clothes on them and shit. Oh
God, dude, I'm not big on dressing up animals either. That's why they have fur.
Oh, exactly. You want to pet them, and somebody puts a little lame fucking sweater on them, and you're just like, this is gay. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Well, little pet. I'm not big on little pets either.
I don't know, man. I like cats, and some little dogs are all right, but I mean, dude,
cats are different because cats are all smaller, and their energy level is based upon how small they are in a way. You know what I'm saying? True. Like dogs, a lot of times they're bred like they're these fucking like little mini Doberman pinchers and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
They're actually big. They're actually big dogs that are in small bodies, so they have a lot more fucking energy and a lot more aggressiveness.
Yeah, yeah. Are those Jack Russell Terriers? You seen those fuckers?
Yeah, those
jump around.
Yeah, jump around. And they're usually, from everything I've seen, little dogs are just shits most of the time.
In a lot of cases, they're kind of paid.
I'm sorry. I'm being racist against little dogs. I apologize.
Hey, what about a Shih Tzu? That's a little dog.
Shih Tzus or fucking Chihuahuas.
Yeah.
But yeah, dressing up in sweaters is like, okay. I mean, okay, first of all, if your dog is cold, then stop shaving your fucking dog, because your dog is not supposed to be cold.
And it's not a person. I mean, even the girl we know that had a guide dog had shoes for her guide dog. You know, wow.
Yeah, shoes.
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know. Did you hear somebody go, ah?
That was you, actually.
Oh, that was from me?
I think, yeah, I think we've got a weird connection going on here or something like that. Where parts of it...
No, maybe that was my neighbors. I don't know. They're always yelling at the TV and shit.
I didn't hear it, actually, for once. I didn't hear the loud
okay, I thought it came from you, from your side. But, oh well, no big deal. No, they're putting the shoes on the dogs and the fucking sweaters. And man, come on. Dude, they're not, they're meant to not have any clothes on. That's because they're animals,
Well, yeah, they have fur to keep them warm. That's why they have fur. But a lot of people, what they'll do is, of course, they'll groom their dog. So they shave the fuck out of their dog. Or the dog is like not have fur because it's meant to be sitting in some fucking Sahara desert and it's in fucking, buttfuck Idaho or whatever, where it's fucking 3 degrees out. So you got a fucking sweater on your dog and your shirt and it's got a little bow and it's hard. And
Did I tell you, dude, Tim did that, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Tim, yeah, dude, he called me up, and he was like, hey, man, got a little dog now, a little chihuahua. I'm like, why'd you do that? And he was like, well, I live alone, and, dude, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, man. So I thought that was the end of it. Oh, fuck no, because he wanted to hang out. So I said, well, come on over, let's chill, whatever. So he comes over, he brings his fucking, he brings the dog with him.
Like it's a fucking, that's the thing, that's why they have little dogs, they can have it around all the time.
Oh, well, that's what Kraken's mom did when she took us to the airport. They got this dog, and it's in the car, and it's climbing on you, and you're just like, geez, it's kind of like kids. Some people think that their annoying, screaming fucking kid is the cutest thing ever. And, hey, guess what? There are people around that don't like that shit.
Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely one of those people.
Well, it's like being on the airport. Matter of fact, on the plane back from Oregon, there was God, I felt bad for this woman, but she had the little brattiest fucking little bitch baby, and she kept telling her to sit down, and she was like, no, dude, I don't ever remember saying no to my parents, ever.
If I did, shit, I'd be because that's the thing now, and back in the day, if I did that, even in a public place, there might be a crack across the cheek a little bit,
Fuck, yes, right there in public, dude.
Yeah, like embarrass the fuck out of you because you're being a dumb fuck, so you deserve to be embarrassed because that's how you learn, right?
Oh shit, yeah.
No,
and then of course nothing was phasing this kid, probably because this is one of these empty threat parents. And she just kept saying, well, you're not going to get to color when we get up in the air. You're not going to get to do this. When you get to Vegas, you won't be able to hold your bunny. And this kid did not fucking care.
Because she knew that when she got to Vegas, guess what she's going to be able to do?
Yeah, do the things that
hold her bunny, and of course, because it's an empty threat, and kids aren't stupid.
Nope.
Kids are dumb, and so animals with fucking sweaters and fucking loud ass kids who aren't getting shit.
So, Eagle, please do not do that, okay? Just promise me that one thing. Do not fucking put sweaters on your dog and carry him around, he or she, Jesus Christ, around with you everywhere you go.
Speaking of, before we go, because I think I'm getting close to wrapping this deal up a little bit here.
Yeah.
About 40 minutes in. So we'll do a little one. We'll probably do a show later on in the week. We can always break these up. We don't have to be a certain length, but... Before we go, speaking of little dogs, this is fucking what bugging me too. Also this week is like fucking relatives who think that they just take it upon themselves to like invite themselves to places and shit.
Oh, like obligatory, and they figure you're not going to say no because, well, shit, dude, my brother used to be that way. Remember back when we were roommates, and he'd always like want to hang out and stay forever, and I'd be like, all right, dude, well, time to get the fuck going, and he'd be like, well, I'm your brother, I could spend the night. He remember how many times did he pull that one, dude?
Oh, I don't know, a couple times, and you were like, no. You always seem to say no though, every single time. I think you got him out most of the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, eventually I did, but I mean, he would use that fucking trump card. Well, I'm your brother. Like, remember there was that one time he wanted to spend the night, and I'm like, well, dude, why do you need to spend the night? Because I'm your brother, man. You should let me spend the night. And I'm just like, really?
This is like, it's like moving in. Like, we almost had our fucking weekend derailed, by a friend's mom who just decided that, I'm going to stay here. And now she's still there. And they got I guess they're waiting for some keys to the house or whatever. And now they're still there. And It's like, why? Because they're driving. They're not like they're flying. They're driving, so they could just, but they're just chilling at the
They can
house.
leave anytime.
You know, so it's like it's just kind of like there.
I mean, are they moving? What's the deal? Is she moving out there?
They're moving out here. They got a house out here, so they're moving. So they needed to stay somewhere till they got the key. So over the weekend they stayed at they stayed at a hotel, and then they came back, and now they're there, and they got the keys Monday, but they're staying till Thursday, and they've got two little fucking Chihuahua dogs. They're taking up the whole living room, and it's like, and all the dogs will like growl at like Kraken when he goes walking out. It's like,
oh Jesus Christ!
So it's like goddamn. I mean, don't you have? I mean,
it's just kind of imposing, man. It's like, why are you forcing your shit on other people because you're family and you can, it was, kind of like when I dated Koala and her brother, I was going to be there for a week and her brother just amazingly enough shows up, at the beginning of my first day there, and he's going to stay for a week. It's like, nigga, really?
No.
I want to fuck your sister. Jesus Christ.
Yes. What the hell are you doing here? That's probably why he was there.
Oh, that's probably, yeah. But, I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? This is a grown woman. I mean, obviously, if she wants to date me and we want to fuck, then God damn it, we're going to fuck. We're going to do things. So,
But she's
why?
blind.
Well, it's just like, I mean, it's just like anybody, dude. These people, that just show up and, piss on your parade and they feel because they're family that, you can't say no to them.
You can't, and then then they start imposing their shit on you too. Like, oh well, this is because you have to clean things up and do other things, and and it's like, okay, it's like you're gonna come
well, even
here.
with money too. I've heard stories of family members who, hey man, can I borrow $100? Can I borrow? You're just like, Jesus Christ. I know one person that like has, I think she said her sister owed her like $4,000, some crazy amount, dude. I was like, whoa.
You owe me I raised you as a sister or some bullshit like that. There's nothing wrong with ask. It's the proof that are worth that don't ask. Like, there's a lot of fucking people that call in, for my thing. Why do I have $500 in games on my card? Because their kid just goes on there and buys shit. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, then you allow it. The fact that your card's not locked up and put away. In your wallet,
and you don't know what's going on. You just keep it on the fucking account and don't have any blocks in place, so your little fucking 12-year-old brat can fucking not buy the $200 in fucking great white shark points for your fucking Grand Theft Auto game.
Remember one time we were on vacation. We were with my dad. It was my brother and I, and we thought we'd be slick and order porno. And, of course, it goes to my dad's card. So right away, he's like, which one of you ordered, So, it was right away, it came back on us. But, that's the thing, though. My dad, put the fear of God in us, and we didn't fucking do it again.
Goes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. We were just seeing what it was. We didn't know if we could, or whatever.
Well, yeah, my dad, I think, understood, hey, we're curious, we're men, we're going to do what we're going to do. But the thing is, you don't, continue to allow it to happen. Like my other friend who keeps telling me how her daughter keeps buying all kinds of shit. Her daughter's like 10, and she's buying all kinds of shit online. And I'm just like, well, tell her, you fucking stop it.
Yeah, take the fucking card away. She doesn't need to have a card. Why does she have a card? Well, she has to buy her movies. No, she doesn't. Give her the card. Give her the fucking card when she's fucking gonna buy the movie, and then take the card away, so that she can't buy shit whenever she fucking wants to. Because it's not, it's fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Well, shit, I didn't get a card until I was 18.
Yeah, it's fucking.
So, but this is the new way, man. We need to get hip to the new style. What the fuck's wrong with us?
We're just a bunch of old. Kids are more mature and sophisticated than they are now. They used to be.
Yeah, right.
No. They're just kids.
Yeah, right.
You're just trying to treat them like fucking adults because that's what you do. Because you're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
So you treat your little fucking 4-year-old like he's 12.
You have adults with child minds that are raising kids,
Well, and they're not just child mind. Yeah, but they're so wrapped up in their own shit too. So, and then that comes the same way. It's like the family being wrapped up in your own shit. It's like, oh well, I'll just stay here. It's like he's my son. I'll do what I. It's like fuck. Have some fucking. Have a little bit of decency and just like being like, hey, respect and being appreciative, because that's another thing. He made a comment, like, I guess to my brother, is like, oh, they didn't even like say thank you or weren't even like appreciative of that I was staying here, and we got friends coming in who were like completely like thanking me all the time. And it's like, why don't you just say thank you so much for letting me stay here?
Oh fuck! Well, I mean, in the fact the guy didn't know me, and allowed me to stay there. I mean, fuck, he didn't know who I was.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He trusted us, and that was why we appreciated it. But then his family just comes in and just sit, oh well, that's what we do. We're your family. It's like, oh, you can show some appreciation.
Yeah, how about a thank you? How about help cleaning up?
How about buying? When you're taking the whole fucking front of the house up, with your fucking dogs and shit, Your dogs are fucking growling at people.
I didn't know that part. I just thought they were just staying there. Yeah. I didn't realize they had dogs too.
Oh god, yeah, it would have been a nightmare because she originally she was like, oh, I'm gonna come that whole week. It's like, oh, why we can't? We've already got plans of people who are hanging out. They're gonna be hanging out and staying up and watching loud movies and shit. And
I'm gonna stay for 4 weeks, man. That's what I'm gonna do.
4 weeks. But it's true.
Well, but that's hey, that's a 18, 19-year-old kid who doesn't know any fucking better.
Absolutely,
but these are grown adults. I'm assuming probably older than us.
Oh yeah,
doing this shit.
Yeah. Grown adults doing that shit. Completely. It's fucking craziness, man.
It sure the fuck is. Well, goddamn, man, this has been fun as usual. Little short, but hey. It is what it is.
It's about 45 minutes. We'll do a longer one later on in the week. We'll just post this up, and it's still been 45 minutes, so it's not that short.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
About 45. So we'll roll soon. And this once again is the Nothing Sacred show for the 15th of December 2015. Fucking god, the year's almost over. Fucking crazy.
I know.
Anyways, I'm Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story there, bitches.
Story there. Bitches. Fuck you in the mouth.
Fuck you, mouth. In the mouth. In the face.